Welcome back, my friends. Iggymo here. We are back in Southwest, and of course, Transport Fever 2, and we'll kind of want to take a look around and kind of get it caught up on where we were at on our last live play. So, if you remember, this is kind of our Cincinnati, Charleston, Knoxville area, and we've done a lot of work in the last couple of episodes with Knoxville. In particular, we've worked on kind of establishing a major kind of transportation hub, and once we had this set up, we decided to we're bringing not only fuel and tools in, but we're also now bringing passengers. And so we've got the start of a passenger line that we've set up, and we finally kind of branched off over to, I guess this would be kind of the west, maybe, whatever direction this is. This would be our Birmingham approach, and we've worked on establishing, a bus circuit here, as well as a station for a depot as well. And then we also set up, since I have the ability to be able to bring food in for Birmingham, to be able to bring that over as well. And so we kind of set up some food production up in this area, have a small train line, if a Mikado can be a small train line, but either a Mikado or a 9000, I forget which train we ended up using. But we have a train line that brings grain from the Birmingham Annex up to our food production at the Birmingham Halt, and then on into Birmingham, which needs food. And then at the same time, because our production is pretty high, we were able to get this up to level 4 pretty quick, and we had a significant amount of food left over. In this case, we got 47 on that, and I've got another, it's over here, sitting on 60 at the depot. And so I decided, well, since it's splitting, I wanted to go ahead and kind of start feeding over to Ontario over here as well. And so you can see that they're getting about half of what they need. I could probably stand to put a few more trucks on this line. I think ultimately we'll probably want to get a train line on that one as well, and maybe even start to work passenger line between Ontario and Birmingham. But for today, we're going to try to get this down to 35-40 minutes. I know I've said 30 minutes in past videos. I'm being realistic. That doesn't happen. I get so into this game, I lose track of time, and then it's like, I'll just do one more little detail, one more little connection to be able to kind of work all that. And that's kind of what we're it won't be 30 minutes, but I don't want to make it too much longer than that. So we'll start kind of winding down about 20 or 25 minutes in, and we'll kind of decide what it is that we want to kind of work on today. Okay, now I'm kind of toying with the idea of looking to see if I can establish kind of a passenger line that could get from Green Bay over to Birmingham, and just kind of see if we come and we look at our Birmingham area and get a look at our passenger overlay on there. You can see we've got a fair amount of people that are traveling both to Ontario as well as over here to Garden Grove. And then from Garden Grove, I get a number that go over to Salt Lake City, and then they kind of work their way up to a lesser degree up to Green Bay. So it seems like there are some passenger opportunities that could start to work in our favor here. And that's kind of what I think I want to kind of work on doing. So what was our cargo main line was a circuit that kind of went around the north route and then came across and is now starting to move out. We're almost making like a cargo circuit, if you will, or now a passenger circuit as well. But Birmingham has a lot of potential for people here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to set up a train line and maybe a bus circuit in Garden Grove. And then we may do the same thing to try to get a passenger line over to Ontario, because there's a fair amount of traffic that's heading up and down the road between these, and that just seems like a logical next progression for what we want to do. It says, you can see our train line, our green line between Knoxville and Birmingham has 140 on it, so we're doing a fair number. If it's carrying 74, I almost need to manage this vehicle and maybe add another car or two. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Well, we'll leave it on that one. I hit the wrong thing, doggone it. Okay, let's edit this car and add a passenger line or a passenger car to this. I think we're using the parlor cars, 180. Which one's the cheapest option for us? They're all fairly expensive, 219, 279. And again, we're not getting ultra high top speeds on this, so I think we'll go with the cheapest option. We'll add we're at 16 million. I gotta be careful on my money on this, so we'll add another car, maybe two to this one. Okay, and then we'll sit and see, which means because I bought that prematurely, let's pause this Well, we're paying for it. I guess I could run it and see. I think our passenger line might be. Is our passenger line doing okay? Birmingham passenger, that's this guy. Well, let's just let it run and see what's happening here. Although, I gotta be careful because now my trains are at a standstill because I was dumb in what I did on this. I did not mean to. Let's see, is there a train in? There's a train here. So we need to build a bypass real quick. Otherwise, we're gonna shut that thing down. Let's put it on slow speed, or not pause it, but slow speed here. So we'll build a little bit of a bypass line here. Don't want to spend a whole lot of cash, but this will, oops, a little bit off. Get you to there. Put this to here. And then we'll put another one. And whoa, what is that? Cargo. That is not what I wanted. And we can come in and put that guy on there. And then we'll put a stopping point at that point, and this will give us a lane to kind of pass. And once that other train gets past, then we can, you can see now it's starting to move a little bit. And once this train gets past, then what I will probably do is I will send him back to the depot, which I think I can do over here. And that way I'm not paying the maintenance cost while we get this guy up and running. How many people do we have sitting? 22. 34. You're taking 50 that way. How many do we have coming back on our approach? 60 on that one. So it's, I mean, like I say, it's doing a fair amount of traffic on this. We'll just let him run and see how many we can get and how bankrupt that makes us. I'm not liking the look of that. I think, yeah, we may have a problem. Okay, so now that was our depot here, and then once we come off of here, we want to look to try to set up a line then that would, since we're going to Garden Grove, we'll start to bring this guy around and kind of start to put you here. That'll get us 16 million. Let's go see where our residential sections are because we will need to set up residential, that one. Oh, big residential area. So what I think we'll do is we'll come in probably on this corner and use that as kind of our hook in for that. So let's go do that real quick. We need a passenger. Do I want to do a pass through? Probably eventually. So what we'll do, I don't need that big of a station at this point. Maybe we'll set this guy to come in this way, and that way we can bypass around the city. We want to come that way, I think. We'll do that, and then we'll loop this guy over this way. Tracks. And it's trying to build, oh, we got a low spot. That's kind of cool looking. But I think I can do better. Go this way. And trying to keep from building a bridge to keep our costs down, as well as making it look a little better, since this is Southwest. That. And I think that'll work a little bit cheaper as well. Okay, so that gets us our passenger line to here. And then we can do a line. Oops. Pause that real quick. Where are we? We have train 21. Where are you getting tied up at? And where is this one at? Oh, he got ahead of me. Oops. All right. So I think this is a pretty easy fix. We can go in and we can put a stopping point here. And then I'm hoping that that line, can we maybe put a track to get him back? Nope. That gives me max speed, and I think that will solve that problem. So this guy will move up, this guy will come down. Again, we're moving at a fairly slow speed, and then he's got the ability to loop around and then cut back over to get onto our passenger line. And that will get us there. All right. So let's go back and let's do our new line. Then we're going to do from, say, so this is a rail. We're going from, was it Garden City? Or is it Garden Grove? I can never remember. And rail. Garden City, passenger to Birmingham. That will get us that one. Is Garden City. Oh, Garden Grove. No, got it. Getting so many lines now. Garden, that's the one I want. So Garden Grove, passenger to that. And we can go ahead and set that one up. And then what we will do is once speed this guy up. And we're going to need to put a couple of stops here. Of course, we'll block the highway. Eventually, we'll probably want to put the highway over. But as soon as he drops off, 44. Okay, let's take this guy and now put him over on the line that is our that is Birmingham Garden Grove. That's the one I want. And I think that is not the one I want to put. Birmingham path, keep him, he's got the most. It's this one, the smaller train, that I want to put on Garden Grove passenger to Birmingham. Oh, so I need to wait for them to switch. Are you still... Did I make my connection? We are connected. Let you guys pass each other. Oh, that was the right one. Okay, we'll do one more cycle. You guys do that. And then we want to see about getting some bus folks. Eventually we'll kind of clean this up a little bit. Amazing how fast 30 minutes goes. Alright, so we've got that. That will give me this one. And then we need bus tram stops. And we're just going to kind of run the circuit here. There. There. And maybe come back down this way. And this. And then we'll do one there. Alright, and then we've got our new line. So. Okay, where? Oh. And one, we made a couple of lines. all because of the filter. So let's do new line. This is bus. This is Garden Grove bus. Add that. Bus Garden Grove, and then we'll click our stations. Again, we're going to start here. Add station. Here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here, and then there. And there's our circuit. Hopefully get some people moving around on this. Okay, and then we will grab our road depot. We'll kind of put him out here on the edge of town somewhat. That will get me there. And then we can go buy some passenger vehicles. And we'll start with the little guys. That's 9 also. 25, 35. That's a little bit faster. Passenger. Alright. Kind of like those. So let's start with 7 of those. That'll be $1 million. And then we'll put these on my bus line or my Garden Grove. Oops. Make you kind of the royal blue and get you matched up with your line color. And then we'll do that. Alright, where are this guy up to here? Where's my train at? Why are you guys staring at each other again? Oh, it's because you're now too long, you turkey. And I moved my stopping signal up a little bit. Alright, back you up a little bit. And of course, the stupid cable cars got me again. That got rid of my signal. And then we'll put a track that goes from here, get you re-hooked up. There we go. And then we'll come in and do this, do our stop, and we're gonna put this guy just as close as I can and still see. And maybe we take this track. And I think that will pay that, and that should solve my problem. We do need to put a stop here. I think that will now solve all of my warnings. Alright, let's speed it up. Oh, stop. Back him up. Let's turn you back around. And now you can go back. $54, you've got 120. So we'll watch this guy go over, and then we will send him on his way over to my Garden Grove stop. And I wonder if I need to do another line here now that I look at it. You don't have any passengers proportioned to that other line. I don't think I know what the rail. Oh, I gotta get my station set up. This station and take you over that one. And then this guy is now flipped around. I'll manage you. So you're set and ready to go. see if we can't start kicking some people up. We don't lose too much money on this line. A few people coming in. They're liking it. Oh, there we go. There comes one. Hopefully we can get a few more. You guys. Oh, whoops. Manage vehicle. You're on the wrong one. Birmingham, rail, passengers to Knoxville. That's. There we go. And I managed to put them both on my gray line. There we go. So this guy will just buzz back and forth. 4 people want to go to Garden Grove. Let's see if we can get that to grow a little bit. Okay. The other one that we want to look at, so that's our passengers there, is do we want to try to pick up a passenger line over to Ontario? So we're coming in here. And let's see what we can do about that. So we want to kind of take this guy over this way, and then we'll just kind of start heading you off. There. Maybe I'll just run a train from Ontario all the way to Garden Grove. Or I guess we could do Ontario to start making this kind of a hub here. Alright, let's go see what we got in the way of. This time our circuit is way over there. I think this will be a good. We'll put kind of a pass through here. Road there. Let's put a passenger line on the rail, buildings, have our pass through. Yeah, not a huge. So that will get us a passenger line there, and then we need to do our bus line again. At a bus terminal. Turn off our layer. Make sure we get things lit up like we want. And that will get us there, and then we can come in and start doing kind of a loop. So that's one. And that. Eventually, we probably want to try to go into some sort of electric tram. Oops, I did do the wrong one. Get you out of the way. Let's get you back on here. Get you on the right side of the road. Hey, you got 100 passengers on our train. That's good. Sweet. So we're doing something that's kind of right. They're liking that. We'll just kind of do a loop around the outside of this. Where's my other one? One there. Do this one. And then do this one. And in fact, we'll continue it down, and then we will connect the roads. And there. Oh, and I did the truck stops. Ah, got it. Hate when I do that. Try this again. Oh, don't want to delete that one. That one's our food drop. Let's try it again. 3rd time's the charm, right? Building bus tram stop. here, 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 and then that will loop us. That's a pretty good loop. Okay, so we do a line, new line. Where is the line I just made? There it is. Or bus. Ontario bus. Ontario bus. And so now we're going to add our stations, and we'll start here, and then go here, here. And that will get us our loop kind of around the out part of the city. And then we want to put a road depot kind of on the edge of town somewhere. That's fine for now. And then we want to buy vehicles. And again, we'll buy, sounds a little bit bigger. Let's do 9. I'm hoping that this will start to kind of set ourselves up. There's our blue buses, and there's our Ontario bus circuit happening here. And they'll spread out, and you'll see a couple of them go each way, hopefully. Yeah, so half will go one way, half will go to the other end, and then they'll start to kind of circle, kind of space out. So I do like the AI on that part of it. All right, let's get our train line hooked in. And that makes our line there. So that gets us a train line. And so I think what we want to do, we got all sorts of trains merging in on this thing. This will have to probably get straightened out a little bit. Let's stop you here. And then we do have stops coming in there. I'll probably want to put another one here so that those guys, since they're sharing a line coming in. Okay, how many people do we have? How many of you guys are wanting this? 70, man. What's my passenger capacity? Cargo. Birmingham's pushing 120. They're running pretty close to full. I'm looking at this 105, that Birmingham line right there. So the question becomes, I think we will modify this one. Oh, you're doing 40 already. Holy smokes. Right. Managed vehicle. We'll add a couple more cars. 1, 2, 3. Modify you. And you need to be that gray color. Which one was it? I think it was one of these guys. Close enough. So that's our gray line there. And then we're going to modify the line that you're on. Manage the line. And so we go Birmingham to Garden Grove. And then we'll come back to Birmingham. Okay, and then I know it thinks I'm trying to hit the same stop twice in a row, and then I'll come over and grab you. Ontario. And let's see what that can do for us. How much food are we sitting on our truck stop here? I think we're gonna, come back here. You guys, I want to manage. Let's add another. How many did I just duplicate? Oh, I duplicated 1. Let's duplicate 1, 2, 3 more on that one. And you can see we're starting to do pretty good on getting some passengers buzzing around. If this will give us a couple of minutes, I know we're about to our time limit. I just want to kind of let it run for a little bit and see how our money starts to do. We're still hovering about 20 million. In our last live play, we spent a fortune on this, getting this set up, and it was something on the order of like $100 million to get our line set up over in this part, and so it's very, very expensive. 50. Are you kidding me? 52 of you guys want to go to Ontario? There's no way that's right. Here we go. Let's see. See how many get off over here. I'll be stunned if it tries to drop all 52. Nope, didn't drop anybody. So what? Why did they just run? So they got on at Birmingham, drove all the way over to Ontario, and then wanted to go back to Garden Grove is my guess. Alright. See Birmingham up on our right. Pretty cool. Let's see. Got 54 on the line. We're gonna buzz in here real quick. There's a lot of people standing on that. So they get off. Then I get another 61 on. And do all 61 of these guys want to go to Garden Grove? Man, the Desert Southwest, they are itching for passengers, aren't they? Kind of work our way kind of down and around. We'll have to do a little bit of cleanup. Maybe eventually we get like a high-speed rail through here. That would be pretty cool. Look at all those people. Holy smokes. Every single one of them got off. And then I put another 105. Wow. We are going to need some bigger gondolas. How is that? It did 105. Let's see how much money you're going to make pulling 105 people in. There's a $500,000. How many? And then you'll send another, hopefully 50 or so. Oh, cargo line got the right of way. Part of the problem with just using one track. It would probably make sense to double track this thing at some point so they're not crossing over, but it's just one train. So I'm kind of holding off on that one. Those are production's a little light. We can get a little bit more out of it. Still 30 on that. We're down 3 mil. We unloaded all 56, and then we put 98 more. Where are you people coming from? Oodles of people trying to move around. We've got a nice little passenger circuit kind of happening here. I think we're still losing a lot of money on them though. Oh, I do need to go fix my GB OVP line. Again, you're still losing $1 million. But can we get him positive by the year's end? You keep shuttling 75, 80 people at a pop around. You see our bank account slowly growing, so this is working. Dropping 74. Everybody gets off, and then we put on another 121 coming back. And on this run, we should be profitable. When we bring 121 back, I can't believe that worked. And people are just itching to travel, aren't they? Very nice. That was this train. Where's the other train at? And I think that's a profitable run. That's a pretty long run. Oh, no, where's my train coming in? Are you waiting to get out? Good golly. You were waiting to go. What were you waiting on to come across? Oh, I think we're getting into some issues with that guy. We may have to add another passenger terminal on there. So 150 people still waiting to go. Do I dare put another train on this line? That might be a possibility. But if I do that, then I'm going to have to go tackle all that. And I think that will be a discussion for another day. Yep, he's profitable. That's our Ontario run coming back. He'll drop off some more. 386. You're 676 down, but you're full to the gills. So Birmingham's kind of becoming a nice little hub for us. In the next video, we will definitely be going in and trying to clear up the GBOVP loss that's happening. It's just not working well. And I think if I put some buses in Green Bay and some buses in Overland Park, I can bump that number up and maybe even tie that passenger line on a run over to Brownsville. I think will be good. But again, that's all something for another day. So we're at our time limit. We hit 36 minutes, so not quite as long as before. I think we'll end this mission with a ride. Let's see. Let's put you kind of at a slower pace. And we'll just kind of enjoy the run over from Garden Grove over to Ontario, stopping at Birmingham. So all aboard. Thank you for coming out. I hope you've had fun watching it. I've enjoyed making these routes and seeing what works and what doesn't, and actually seeing some passenger lines do better than I ever really imagined was pretty cool. But look at all those people on platform 1 waiting to get on. That's awesome. So anyway, thank you for coming out. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up and a like on it, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll try to put out a couple of, 2 or 3 short episodes every week, every other day or so, and then a live stream once or twice a week, just because I like to just do longer, bigger, more involved things. 30 minutes is a challenge to get in and out, and as you can see, we're running about 37 minutes. So thanks for coming. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.